Hi, I'm Dr. Sapphire, a medical doctor who doubles as an email marketing expert. In here, I take you behind the scenes of failed and successful email marketing campaigns. You get to see what these amazing individuals have tried that worked and didn't work in email marketing. If you've been curious and like me, you want to know what other people out there are really doing in email marketing, then join me as I go behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sapphire, email marketing strategist and educator, and I'm committed to making email marketing simple and profitable for you. Now, I'm about to share a strategy I used back in 2021. I created this June 2021, and this is how many years later, and I'm still sharing it because it's relevant. Now, back then, I used to be a Canva designer, amongst many other things. I have positioned myself in so many ways over the years since I started my journey in the online space. From being a faith creator, I became a Canva designer, a Canva coach. I went into digital products creation before I finally got into email marketing. And when I say got into email marketing, I mean before I actually started offering email marketing as a service, not doing email marketing, because in this journey that I've shared with you, I was doing email marketing for myself, trying to achieve results for myself. And that's what actually led me into offering it as a service. Because when I first started, I struggled with making email marketing work. All the gurus said the money was in the list, And for some reason, it was a struggle to get the money in the list. And I realized the money is in the list if you do it right. And doing it right starts from the kind of people you bring onto your list and how you bring them. So today I'll share how I got 250 plus leads in 5 days. And in case you hear where I say, hi, this is Sapphire, Canva, and so on, yada, yada. Remember, I'm no longer into Canva. That was back in 2021. But right now, what I do, email marketing strategy and education. And I'm currently building an online email marketing school to build the next generation of email marketers. I believe that anybody can master email copywriting and marketing and get paid to offer it as a service to local and foreign clients. I teach people how to manage email lists for clients, and I also help people manage their email list. You see, making email marketing simple and profitable for you, business owners, service providers, and freelancers. So let's get into how I got to 50 plus leads in 5 days and what you can take away. Now, before I share it, I would like to do a little backstory here, right? First of all, there are reasons why everybody wants to build their list. Everybody has a particular reason for wanting to build their list. But the one that cuts across every category of person that wants to build their list is that at the end of the day, right, they want to sell to that list. So you're not just building a list of, any and any person, but you're building a list of people that will become your customers. Now, the buying journey for everybody is not the same. So it's not like you build your list today and tomorrow is like you've turned on the money making machine, because by the time you sleep and wake up, the money will start flowing. It doesn't work like that, right? So, like I said, the buying journey for everybody is not the same. I'm not saying that as you're building your list, you cannot be making money out of it, but I'm just saying that it is not a get rich quick scheme. So if your thinking is that, then I think you should rethink this. So now let's go into the list building strategy that I was talking about. Now, earlier, that was rather ending of last year, right? I had decided I wanted to build a list. The big coaches were talking about list building. I was taking courses and everyone was like, oh, build your list. And then I had looked at the different kinds of lead magnets. I had decided on what I wanted to do. And so I did a webinar. And that webinar brought me about 140-ish people or thereabouts, right? And then that was it. Like, webinar came, webinar left. Marketed the replay, so to say, and then a couple more people. I don't have the numbers for that, joined in. And that was it for a long time, right? Because I wasn't actively building my list. I wasn't doing anything that was bringing people to my list daily, weekly, monthly. Okay? until fast forward to, I think, June this year or thereabouts, I decided to become serious and take this thing more seriously. And so what did I do? I created a lead magnet. Now, you want people to come to your list, but there are things that you want to put in place before those people come. You do not just want any and any person to just jump in on your list so that you can say you have a list of 1,000 people and you're very happy, right? You need a list of people, leads, prospects, people that can also become future clients, even repeat buyers. So it's not about having a list where you say, oh, you have 1,700 people or 18,000 people and you're very happy. No, that's not it. So you need to put things in place. So what did I do? Right? First of all, I created a lead magnet, and this lead magnet was solving a problem. So this is the beginning of the strategy. The lead magnet was solving a problem. So I knew that people had this particular problem. I knew that they were interested in this particular problem. I also knew that I had the solution and that if I put it out there, that they were going to want to be part of it. How did I know? Market research, the questions that people were asking me, the previous questions and all the ones I had gotten. And I knew that, oh, if I help people with this, right, they are going to want to jump up on this offer. That's number one. Number two, I packaged it. So I decided, how do I want to I want to give them this help. In what format do I want to put it as? And then I chose the format that will be best for my audience, for the audience I was targeting, right? So I chose a format. Now, I had also told myself, so, is there an offer that is following this lead magnet? And yes, there was an offer following the lead magnet. Now, you might already know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about my design challenge. So I did a 21 days design challenge. In that challenge, the follow-up of that challenge was my Canva design class, right? So I had done this challenge, and then you don't have to do a challenge, just putting it out there. Remember what I said, which is the more important thing. You want to choose a lead magnet that is solving the problem of the people you are targeting. Because even if I was doing a challenge and it was just a challenge and they were not interested in what I was talking about, they will not come. So let me tell you, your lead magnet is actually a lead magnet. What that means is that, you know how you have a magnet and then you have iron fillings and rubber all over the floor. The magnet will only pull the iron. That's how whatever you choose to use should work. It should only pull the people that are raising up their hands and saying, yes, I'm iron. Yes, I'm interested in this. Yes, this thing is solving my problem and so it's pulling me, right? It's attracting them. So now let's go back to what I did. So I put out this offer and I put it out strategically. Now, we all know that there are different platforms you can use for building your list, but you want to know how you go about doing this, because you don't just want to, just go on a platform and just say, okay, your Instagram link in bio, you just put your link there and then that's it. Or you go to Twitter and make one tweet and that's it. No, you have to be strategic about it. And now let me mention that there are a number of channels you can use to promote your lead magnet, right? And you can do this either free or organically. But what I did was purely organic. So here is what I did. Here's the strategy. And my student called it the share everywhere strategy, right? Now, I don't know if I'll call this a share everywhere strategy, but I'm just going to tell you what worked for me and how I did it. Now, first of all, remember, I did a lead magnet that was solving their problem. Then I positioned this lead magnet strategically. So what that means is that I decided on the strategy I was going to use to put out this lead magnet and how I was going to position it. So number one, I started with Instagram. I have an audience on Instagram starting out already, right? And I created content in which the call to action was this lead magnet. So I'm creating content, hitting on the problems, and the call to action is join the challenge, right? So I'm not just telling everybody, oh, there's a 20 that's I'm telling you and I'm giving you reasons why you should join, okay? And I'm giving you a call to action that tells you do this and then click the link in bio to join the challenge. But that was not all, right? So this is the beginning. So we are now in what I'll call the front end. So on the front end of things, I was putting it strategically: Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp. Now on the back end of things, right, I wasn't just telling them. So when they came on, it wasn't just, oh, welcome, here's your lead magnet, this, and that. I was using those people as what some people will call evangelists, so to say, affiliates, whichever word works best for you. And I was using the people that came, my new email family members, to also promote the course. And they weren't just promoting it for free, even though I wasn't paying them cash. But I gave them value. I offered them value. So it's like you're promoting this thing because you're going to receive something in return, right? It's a win-win for both ends. So I get more people to see my lead magnet and get in, and then they also get to receive something that is of value to them. Now, this strategy, right? Even though he called it the share everywhere strategy, which is one strategy, this was a 2-in-1 approach, because on the front end, we're doing share everywhere strategically using content marketing. But on the back end, I was using referrals. And these are two list building strategies. Referrals, people don't talk about it as much. Content marketing, everybody talks about it because it's what almost everybody does. So with content marketing, what you are doing is that you are using your content to promote your lead magnet. And remember, for every promotion, it can be organic or paid. But this one I did was purely organic, right? Which means that I did not pay a dime for ads. So you can use your content on whichever platform you choose. And with each platform, you have to understand that you have to work according to the platform. So if I'm doing Instagram, I'll do it the Instagram way. If I'm doing Twitter, I might want to create a thread, right? So I want to create a thread maybe, and then use it to, so the way I'll do a carousel, I will now do the thread and then end with the solution and the link to it, right? And then there are more things I could also go ahead and do with it. One of which is the fact that I could do a very valuable thread. I'm making my pinned tweet. By the time I'm making my pinned tweet, anybody that engages with me and comes to check my platform is going to see that tweet first. Now, when they see that tweet, what's going to happen is that they are now going to want to look into it, and then they will now get to see the link to the lead magnet at the end. So if you come and you see 5 mistakes you're making with your lead magnet and you start reading it, and then you see watch this video to see how you can solve it, you're going to be interested because, oh, you've looked at the 5 mistakes, you're probably making some, so how can you solve it? And then the video is now there. And that's the strategic positioning, right? So as you engage, people now get to come over there. I've talked about Instagram with WhatsApp, right? Now, remember that I said your lead magnet should qualify, because on WhatsApp, you might have a whole lot of different people. Maybe your target is business owners and you have business owners and a whole lot of other things. So the lead magnet itself should qualify so that not every Tom, Dick and Harry jumps on it, even though you might have a few strays, but you want it to qualify such that when people get to the page where they are going to see the details and put in their email, their names, the page will help to sieve out some people for you. Okay. All right. So now, remember I said that this strategy was a 2-pronged approach with the front end and the back end. So in the front end, I was doing content promotion using content marketing. In the back end, I was using the referral system, and that was very simple. So this thing now is sounding very easy, right? But you actually have to come up with how you want to do it. So 2 people can be doing this strategy, but then the creativity in how they do it is what will make it different. Okay. So you need to come up with how it is that you want to use this strategy. How do you want to go about it? What are the things you're going to give for the value exchange, for example? How are you going to write the content so that they get to see the value in what you're offering? So these are all things that you need to consider. So let me do a brief recap. So I shared my story of how I started. I also mentioned the fact that there was a plateau and I decided to be serious to do something that will bring me leads organically, right? And then I shared this particular story of how I got 250 plus leads in 5 days and the approach I used. I also told somebody about this strategy and he also got 100 plus subscribers on his list. Yes, his wasn't in 5 days and he wasn't doing it actively, but yes, he was actually promoting his list and he began his list building journey. Okay. Now, like I said, there are a lot of list building techniques, but these were the 2 major ones that I used for this particular campaign that helped me to get this particular number of people on my list, right? Now, when you think about this, you can think of different ways you can approach it. Like I said, you don't have to do a challenge. I just want to reiterate this because a lot of people might say, oh, she did a challenge, so let me do a challenge. It's not about doing a challenge. That's not just the thing. It's about how you go about solving the problem. It's about the solution that you're offering that is attracting those people. So what you're offering is calling out those particular people by name, okay? So that's what I want you to take home from this. And that's a wrap. Now, if you want to reach out to me. If you have questions, don't forget to check the show notes. All my social media links are there: Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on. Send me a DM or send me an email and I'll get back to you. Now, if you're wondering, I want to start my list, I want to grow my list, I want to monetize my list, I'm struggling, I don't know what to send or what to say in the emails, then I want to invite you to the Start and Grow Club, the club for business owners who want to start, grow, and monetize their email list. The waitlist link is in the show notes. Currently in the club, let me tell you a bit about what we're doing. We're currently running a 7-day list growth sprint where we do something every day to be able to grow our list, and people's lists are actually growing because they are getting the push that's making them to actually show up. If not, maybe their list will still be 000 or remain at where it says that it was. On the other hand, in this same week, we're also writing all our emails for next month because we've given them 12 email prompts, a 12 email guideline pack for them to use to write their emails, making it simple and easy. And in this week, as they write, they get feedback from me, from my email team, they get reviews, and then they're able to write, schedule, and set up all their emails for next month. And just in 1 week, everything is done. Okay. So if you want to join the Start and Grow Club, check the link in the show notes. On the other hand, if like me, you want to manage email lists for clients, you want to be able to get paid to manage email lists for local and foreign clients, and you're wondering where to start from, then I have something for you. The email marketing briefcase is your A to Z roadmap to be able to master email copywriting and marketing so that you can get paid to offer it as a service to people. And it covers everything. So just in case you're wondering, do you cover email automations? Yes, we cover automations. Yes, we teach you how to write a copy. Yes, we teach you how to navigate multiple softwares: Klaviyo, Kit, Aweber, MailChimp, Flowdesk, etc. Yes, we teach you how to plan the strategy. Yes, we teach you how to get clients. Yes, I share all my email marketing templates, the ones that I use for clients myself, with you. Yes, you also learn how to grow your list. Yes, you see how email marketing is evolving and what you can do to stay updated on the trends. Yes, you get to learn from people who have done email marketing at a very high level by listening to their guest expert sessions. So we cover every single thing, from the copy to the tech, to the strategy, to the client acquisition management, to navigating the different industries, coaching businesses / online business owners, e-commerce, SaaS, brick and mortar, and everything that you have in between. So go ahead, check the show notes because I've hidden a discount code just for anybody who listens to this podcast up to the end and wants to get their email marketing briefcase. Use that discount code and go ahead and get the briefcase. And once the discount code expires, then it will no longer be valid. I can't wait to see you inside. Till next time, this is Email Marketing Experiments, where we think it, test it, and share it. And what that simply means is don't be afraid to try new things. As you try it, document your journey so you can come back to look at it and to share it and to tell your story. This recording I shared with you is all the way back from June of 2021. Imagine if I didn't have it documented, or I couldn't bring back what it is I had tried so far back for you to be able to learn from today, because it's still valid. Okay? So till next time, subscribe, share with a friend, drop us a comment. We do love a good feedback. Okay? And follow the podcast. See you.